Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a really profound mental tool from the book 12 Steps to a Good Life. We're going to unpack a highly specific constraint designed to literally break your standard patterns of thought. So if you've been feeling, kind of stuck in a loop of the exact same ideas, well, this is exactly what you need.
And to kick things off, let's look at this quote. No problem can be solved by the same consciousness that created it. Melissa Scarecradden absolutely hit the nail on the head here. It highlights this frustrating trap we all fall into. We desperately want new outcomes in our lives, but we keep trying to get there using the exact same mental machinery that built our problems in the first place.
Which brings us to the ultimate, kind of maddening question. So how do you escape your own mind? I mean, if you're stuck in a mental box that's formed entirely by your own worldview, how on earth do you find solutions that exist completely outside of it? You can't see what you can't see, right? Well, to understand the solution, we first have to understand that trap. Let's get into escaping your mental box. A foundational idea from the author of 12 Steps to a Good Life is simply this. Our worldview distorts our needs. Everything we think we need is constantly being filtered through thick layers of unconscious beliefs and attitudes. And honestly, we've been accumulating these since childhood. We think we're seeing reality, but actually, we're just seeing our own distorted reflections. So this worldview basically becomes a box. The box of your worldview filters our everyday thoughts, it influences our daily actions, and worst of all, it completely restricts our available solutions. That means the only solutions we can easily see are the ones already trapped inside that box with us. To get out of that comfort zone and bypass those surface-level thoughts, we need a very specific tool. And that brings us to the List of 100. So what is it? The List of 100 is a brainstorming and journaling technique where you push yourself to write exactly 100 items or ideas on a single theme or goal. Not 50, not 80, exactly 100. And that force constraint, that's the whole magic trick. It forces you to keep generating ideas even when they start to feel completely silly or repetitive. It sounds incredibly simple on paper, sure, but to really understand this, we need to talk about pushing past the obvious. Doing this exercise is basically a hero's journey for your ideas. Because here is how it's going to play out. Items 1 to 30, those are your surface thoughts and obvious ideas. They flow super fast as you empty out your conscious, logical brain. But then you hit a wall, an agonizing psychological wall. Items 31 to 100 are where the real exercise actually begins. That's where your deeper imagination and the hidden gold actually live. The source material specifically points out that it's usually right around item 30 or 40 that you exhaust your conscious constraints. Your ego basically throws its hands up and your unconscious mind is forced to take the wheel. And that is exactly when the most valuable, out-of-the-box insights finally reveal themselves. Okay, so let's look at the first of two practical ways you can apply this tool right now: solving problems with alternatives. When you're stuck and need alternatives, follow these steps. 1. Define your goal or challenge. 2. Push for exactly 100 possible actions. And remember, absolutely no judging or filtering here. Don't stop to analyze. 3. Dig past the obvious to find the gold. Just get the ideas out of your head and onto the page until you hit exactly 100. Now, when you inevitably hit that wall around item 40, the text gives us a great cheat code, the Scamper prompts. It's an acronym to help you look at your situation from entirely new angles. Can you substitute something? Combine two ideas? Adapt, modify, magnify, or minimize a detail? Can you put a resource to another use? Eliminate a barrier entirely? Or reverse or rearrange the order? It's like a mental crowbar to help you pry open your imagination and reach that elusive 100 mark. The second major application for this constraint is journaling for self-reflection. Rather than just writing a typical free-flowing diary entry where your conscious mind stays safely in control, this is a structured brainstorming exercise that sparks creativity and encourages self-reflection. It forces you to reflect deeply on your values and really explore why each item actually matters to you. You can fire off these lists on all sorts of List of 100 journaling themes. Think about personal aspirations, your favorite books, places you want to visit, or even your core values. By forcing yourself to name exactly 100 things, you totally bypass your conscious ego. You stop trying to sound smart and you start revealing hidden parts of your own identity. Because look, it is hard to think out of the box when we are in the box. Thomas Aletha wrote that, and it is absolutely true. Relying solely on our comfortable go-to thoughts just guarantees we stay trapped by our own worldview. If you just journal about the first 3 things that pop into your head, you're really just rearranging the furniture inside your mental box. So you have to bypass the resistance of your unconscious mind. That intense desire to quit at item 35 because it feels too hard or too ridiculous, that is the resistance. But by embracing the friction and stubbornly pushing through to 100, you step outside that mental box and into true imagination. The tools for profound self-discovery don't have to be complicated, but they absolutely require effort. So here's my challenge to you. Grab a pen, pick a problem you're facing or a goal you're chasing, and prepare to push through that psychological wall. What hidden truth are you 100 items away from discovering? Thanks for tuning into this explainer, and happy list making!